Chill out, dickwad.
Hey, welcome back to my channel. So today I want to talk to you a little bit about what I call chill out music. Music that you keep in the background, or it's late at night, or music that you just want to go to sleep to, but just something to chill out to. It's one of my favorite forms of music, and I have a lot of favorites. And it started because most people don't realize who this band is, but I'll get to them. So right now I'm going to tell you my 12 favorite albums to just chill out to. Number 12 is a band out of England called Mandalay. And the album's from 2001 and it's called Solace. And it's really a compilation of the two albums that they put out in Europe. They came out with a compilation of it, which is just a great record. Nicola Hitchcock's the singer. And it's very ethereal. And I've heard a few of the songs on CSI. And it's just great stuff. Number 11 on my list, you could say, brought the jacuzzi jazz thing to the forefront. And I'm not really a fan of jacuzzi jazz. But this album, with Marcus Miller on bass and doing most of the writing, David Sanborn, Bob James on keyboards, Steve Gadd on drums, it's just a really great record. And it's called Double Vision by David Sanborn and Bob James. And this one came to you in 1986. Number 10 on my list is from 1997. I was walking around the Santa Monica Promenade and went into the store. They sell like all kinds of incense and whatnot. And they were playing this record, and I've loved it since. The album is called Karma, and the band is called Delirium. And there's some guest people on the album, including Sarah McLachlan, who sings on the song Silence. It's a great record. 9 is an album from 1986, and I didn't really know much of this band. Probably, I think I got the album around 88 or 89. The band is called Checkfield. The album is called Water, Wind, and Stone. It's just always been a favorite of mine to go to sleep to it. It's just a great record. Years later, turns out I worked a lot with the bass player that was on this record playing acoustic bass. In fact, we did multiple sessions and gigs together and whatnot. And that would be John Leftwich. But this album's great and you should check it out. Number 8 on the list. This is Sade's band, Sans Sade. It's an album that her band did without her with guest singers. And the album's called Sweetback and the band's called Sweetback. It's some music you'd listen to if you want to get in the mood. Number 7 comes from one of my all-time favorite bands, Cocteau Twins. This album was theirs from 1986. It doesn't have any real heavy drum programming in it, and it's a very sleepy record, and the album's called Victoria Land. Number 6 was recorded in 1977, released in 81, by one of my all-time favorite jazz pianists. It's Bill Evans, You Must Believe in Spring. It's the same producer that produced the Sanborn Bob James album. It's just a beautiful record. The Peacocks is my favorite, one of the best songs. You got to check it out, Bill Evans, The Peacocks. Number 5 is a beautifully crafted R&B record that's chill. It's got a vibe, it's old school, it's new, it's neo-soul. It's an album by Maxwell called Maxwell's Urban Hang Suite. And it is a great, great record. It is something that if you're into old soul and you're not familiar with Maxwell, that's the album to check out. Songs like Till the Cops Come Knocking, it crushes. Number 4, we get to what I call somewhat of a chill out, wind down type of record. It's the classic chill record for me. It came out in 1982. It is Roxy Music's Avalon. This album for me is, every song is phenomenal, but it's also, it's just a great vibe. And I love this record. Number 3, once again from 1986. This is a singer that fronted a band in the late 70s, early 80s called Japan. The guy's name is David Sylvian. The album features Robert Fripp, Bill Nelson on guitar, to name a few. And the album is called Gone to Earth. And I just think it's a great album. It's one of my all-time favorites. The opening drum line that Steve Jansen plays on Taking the Veil is just great. Love it. Number 2 from 1995. All the way from England. It is an electronica band called Fela Brasilia. And the album is called Maim That Tune. And I think I have everything these guys did. This is easily my favorite. It's just a great album. If you want to listen to a real cool chill out record at night that's electronica, this is the album for you. Which brings me to number 1. The Blue Nile Hats. This album is in the vein of Roxy Music Avalon. You kind of feel like it's the working blue class electronica type of angst in a melancholy city. It has such a great vibe to it, and beautiful songs. The Blue Nile is one of the best kept secrets. Paul Buchanan, Paul Moore, Robert Bell. They're just awesome. I saw them on the Hats tour. Actually, I got this poster and then I had it framed after I saw them in Boston in 1990. I think it was their 5th show. And I saw them later in Los Angeles on the Peace at Last tour. Just a great band. Awesome album. Check it out. Do yourself a favor. If you like the style of Roxy Music Avalon, you're going to love that record. And I hope you find and dig into these and find some cool music here and something that you really like. And if you don't, well, searching for it is what makes it fun anyway. As always, very good.